Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Docs Daily. It is Wednesday. It is November 5th, and we are live and in full effect, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Saturday at 11. I am joined with Nick Menken. I am joined with Raphael Esparza. The Bulls must be playing tonight. Did they call you in? Are you on the bench? What's up with the
Bulls are hot.
Do you have – hold on, I got one question for Raphael. If you have pull-off pants – with buttons on them right now, I'll take every prop for the Bulls that they have.
I only have one pair of pants like that. It's the Indiana Hoosiers candy cane pants. I do have a pair of the candy cane pants. I do, and they are buttons that you just. But that's the only pair I have. I'm just wearing it because they big comeback win for them yesterday. The Eastern Conference champion with Chicago Bulls. Big win for them last night. So
come on.
And I knew Nick was going to be on the show. I'm like, hey, well, I didn't know. I was hoping he would still be on the show. And I'm like, oh. So I guess correctly. So I had to represent Nick on the show.
Love it. Vu got it done. Hit the corner three.
Hit the corner three.
That's awesome. Always great. Corner three is like when for the winner, for game.
The center too.
Big center, yeah.
Yeah, and a big center. Yeah, right. It's the best. I got my Pistons hat, my Bad Boys hat on. Tonight, I need my Pistons. I don't know. I don't trust the Pistons. I haven't in years. So I'm just saying and especially this big a favorite.
Digit.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to do, really. But we'll talk a little NBA as the show goes on. First of all, let me forget to tell you guys about a free $60 account. Link is in the description of the video. You click it. You go over to Doc's website, docsports.com/free60, or right on the website, there's a tab. Take advantage of the $60 account. Use it on any handicap you want. Nick Menken's premium plays, Raphael's premium plays. I'm sure they got something on deck for tonight. Nick, what do you got going on tonight?
Yeah, we got a big 7-unit NBA. We got that in the later game. That is, I believe that tips off at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we hit another 7-unit yesterday in the NHL. Been steamrolling there. We're 13-1 in my last 14 plays. We're off today, but we will be back tomorrow on the ice. So we're heating up, especially those free play videos too. Go check them out. I'm giving you free play winners left, right, and center. So make sure to go check it out. We got another play up for today. I
like that. Raphael, what you got going on today?
One of these days, I'll track my free play record. Someone said, how come you don't track it? Because I don't. It's the free play. It's the last thing on my mind. It's like, oh, let me go check what I did on YouTube yesterday. I just don't do it.
I check all the time.
Was it?
I check all the time.
Yeah. I don't check. Because as much media stuff I do today, I lose. Did I give out that one today on that channel? Did I get that? Yeah, too much for me. But nothing really big. Fell short yesterday because your Detroit Red Wings can't score. I had to over in that game. 1-0 really was it? They shrink the Nets yesterday. It was a bad day in Vegas. Even UNLV lost yesterday at home. But I have a 4-unit NBA plays. Not nice. I think 5-2 our last 7. But big unit play is really good in the month of October. 5-unit higher for the month of October. We cashed for over 9,000 on big unit plays for the month of October. So hopefully continue today. Small in the NHL, small in props. Nothing too big today. Took a small step backwards and strike for the weekend.
I like it. Don't forget about becoming a YouTube member. Link is in the description of the video as well. You can start at $4.99. Become a YouTube member. You got to supply your own jacket. Your own members only jacket. You do that. But we will provide winners. You get your own jacket. That's how that works. There's descriptions. Everything's in the description. I'm tired of selling stuff. Red Wings can't score. But to be fair, everybody that I saw around me just was like, this is a horrible game. This is that. I thought it was great. I was on pins and needles the whole time. The game was being played between the blue lines at the center of the ice. And it was not sloppy play because I heard bang, 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 bang. And that's pass tape to tape to tape to tape. Back and forth. Both teams, to be honest with you, Vegas we controlled. I want to say the Red Wings controlled the game, but the scoreboard reflects otherwise. So 1-0. I stayed for the whole thing. I know it was
sprinkle some on the draw, Lenny.
I did not. I went the other way on that one. I went the Wings in regulation, and I was hoping for a draw at some point. I'm like, because I've seen the Wings play in Arizona a couple of years ago, and it went to a shootout, And that was the most exciting, but yet boring game ever, because it was like 1-1, and then it had to tie break like for a shootout. And it was great to see a shootout. I mean, it's just more hockey, but I'd never seen a shootout live in the NHL.
Oh,
That
really?
was something to see. Yeah, that was really something to see. I mean, it was in Arizona, and Red Wings fans travel well, so it was like a home game last night. There was "Let's Go Red Wings" chants. If you heard a
I saw
Jared
that.
Goff
Yeah.
chant, if you heard it, I'm the guy that started that. And then some lady thought that was inappropriate, and my wife decided to defend my honor after a couple of mojitos. I don't know what she was thinking, but either way, we all made it out home safe. Everybody's all good. We're all friends in the end. High fives. High fives. We lost the game, and it is what it is. Probably won't sit in that section again. I'll just say that much.
Was it the boss of seats?
No, it was not. We were just to the left of that, a little higher up, but right behind the net, so she could make sure that she was heard. My wife's a hockey nut, and she is, there was a lot of, you skate like a girl, and, there was a lot of that going on, and yeah, so, I don't know where to go. What do you like in the NHL tonight? Not many games on tonight. A handful of games. I did hit a draw last night. I hit that Dallas draw. I like that Dallas. Who did they play yesterday? The Oilers. Dallas Oilers. Yeah, that was a nice draw. That was like plus 320. I do like a one draw today, but not really. I'm searching for a draw. That's how I feel. But
what's the one draw you like?
Blue Jackets and the Flames. The Flames are going to be a little gritty tonight.
Yeah, I like the Flames tonight, but the game I want to talk about is the Capitals and when the St. Louis Blues here. And it's not the same St. Louis Blues as we known them from last year whatsoever. Binghamton starting to get a couple wins under his belt. That's good to see. I believe they're on a 2-game winning streak, but these Capitals, they're on a 4-game losing streak coming into this one, and this is a prime position for them tonight. Logan Thompson back in net. They have one of the best, if not the best, defenses here in National Hockey League on their home ice. I love them here. In regulation, I would even sprinkle some on that plus money, but I like the Capitals here money line over St. Louis. Just St. Louis is not the same physical, dominant team like years past we've seen as of lately here.
I'll tell you what, I give out for my members, my level 1, my $5 guys. I gave out the Washington Capitals in regulation. You're the only other person that I've heard on Washington with me. I've from other cappers that I actually respect in the NHL game are on St. Louis, and I was like, I feel like I'm going the other way here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm on Washington, and if they get it done, they get it done in regulation. I got it at plus 110. So I thought it was good money there. Raphael, your thoughts in the NHL?
I like Ovi to finally get his 900th goal tonight. So there's that prop bet out there as well if you want. If you like Washington, I would even look at that as well for Ovechkin to get his 900th.
Feed him.
Yeah, exactly. And Nick said it correctly. This is not the same Blues team we've seen in years past. So I'm not sold on St. Louis. I'm looking at Utah, Toronto over. I know it's 6.5. I'm not saying bet it now, but this is something you might want to live bet it. If it starts off slow and they move that total to 6, then I think you can jump on that, especially the way Toronto plays in the second period and the third period. Most of their goals coming out of that one. Their first 13 games, 11 of them have gone over the total. Why not play that? But the 6.5 kind of scared me. It's something I might want to sprinkle something when the game starts to see if they move that to a 6. If it's 0-0 in the first maybe 5 minutes, go past and all that. So I'm looking to play that game over. I got girlish not playing it at 6.5. I crossed my legs and didn't play it.
Nick Schmaltz over 2.5 shots on goal plus 105. That's my
I like that. You got a goal yesterday too.
Yep.
Yeah. He's that team goes as he goes. The better the year he has, the better the year that team will have for real. I like that. And if for some guys like Stop Geo, I appreciate you stopping by. Let's get it. He's a guy that he'll know this because me and him did this for a while, a couple years ago. we would take a player like kind of Raphael's going to tell you not to do this, okay? But I'm going to tell you how to make some money in the NHL on a parlay right now. Okay, I'm going to tell you how. For everything he just said about Ovi trying to get his 900th goal. So if you're going to go down that route and you think he does and you're going to sprinkle on that goal, why not take the other two guys on a point assist or anything and parlay the line? Because if he gets a goal, it's going to come from that line mate. And take both of the wingers, take somebody on that line, just parlay two or three props, and just run away with it. So
don't add a third. Don't add a
just
third
like
team.
you would.
Don't add a third team. Just do it two.
Two was worse enough for Raphael. Two was worse.
Oh my God.
Just saying, you might want to,
And then why don't you sprinkle a Mac action game on that 3-teamer at the same time? Why don't you just do that as well?
Dude, listen, want to hear here's the teaser that hit yesterday was Akron minus all the points, whatever. It doesn't matter because UMass just sucks, right?
Yeah, UMass sucks.
Yeah. And Miami, Ohio plus the points in the over. It's Maction action. It is back. We are on a 3-team teaser tonight for plus 140 again with Kent State and Ball State and Toledo and Northern Illinois. This is my favorite time of the year. I could dance like a schoolgirl right now. I'm so excited about Maction during the week. I'm not going to, but I could. I'm just any thoughts? You don't like Maction?
I got a free play on the Maction game. I like Northern Illinois, Toledo over now 42. This one opened up at 41.5, and now it's been creeping around there. I think it continues to drop. Toledo's averaging 49 points a game in their 4 home games this year. They might hit the total themselves in this game in Northern Illinois. Their last road game, the Bobcats scored 48 points on this. So their defense is horrible on the road. I'm blown away. And I checked the weather. It's not snowing. There's no blizzard coming. I don't understand the line movement on the total.
Yeah. I put that over in a teaser with the other game in Ball State and Kent State. I'm all over the over in that game. Actually, I like both overs tonight. I know Scott B says he likes Kent State under. This game these are the same team. Kent State and Ball State. They're the same team wearing different colors. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this game went into overtime. In a teaser, I'm taking points, just like I did last night. I'm taking points. Push me over a touchdown with Kent State and call it a day.
I like that. It's plus 2.5. I would lean towards Ball State. I just think this is a bounce back game at home. They just lost to Northern Illinois. Kent State looked really good against Bowling Green, so the public's going to be on Kent State here in this one with the points. So I lean towards Ball State -2 in this one.
I don't hate it. I think Ball State wins the game, but at the end of the day, if the line was Kent State plus 8.5, you'd take that all day. So I'm going to put it in a teaser and take that. And then I do worry about Ball State, Kent State going over in the teaser because that's like 42 or something like that, 41.5, something like that around there. Toledo, though, in a teaser down to 35. I'm telling you, I don't know what the team total for Toledo is. That might have been a better look now that I'm talking about it out loud. But
28.5.
Oh, you talk among yourselves while I find that bet.
Put that in that NHL Ovi prop bet. Put that team total in
you
there
might
too.
as well.
Five-legger.
Yeah, 5-legger now.
God. Hold on.
5-leggers hit 3.5%.
Be at the window.
Put it in.
Be at the window, folks. Yep, 100%. Not much college football action, but I do like the games that were on. I mean, I caught myself between periods last night watching action on my phone. But anything in the NBA you guys like? Let's talk a little basketball.
Yeah, let's look at the team that has no wins on the season. That's the Brooklyn Nets here. They had to face the Pacers, and the Pacers only have 1 win on their season, but they have played some hard teams here to start their season. I think they easily cover this one. Brooklyn, they're not a very good team here. -6.5 is the spread. I would lay it with the Indiana Pacers here at home. I just think they're the much better team against a bad Brooklyn Nets team here.
I mean, the Pacers 1-6 too. I mean, that's not, they're
but they play a lot harder of competition.
Yeah, that's just I don't know. I want to bet the NBA and be like the cool kids. I really
you
do.
don't. No, you
yeah,
don't.
No, I don't. I don't. I'm lying to you. You're right. I don't. I really could give a shit about the Ghoul Kids. But I feel like I should not come on this show and not have anything to offer about the NBA. I mean, and I don't have anything to offer at this moment in time about the NBA. I have watched a half a dozen games, maybe, more like highlights and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get involved too heavily in the NBA. A few props that I like throughout the day, sure, but I don't know who's
That's
playing.
all. You can talk props. There's nothing wrong with that. Jack wants to know about the Lakers and Spurs game. It's probably the big marquee game just because I don't want to see you have two possible faces of the NBA when old man Rivers decides to hang it up in LA. But this is all about, I can't believe I'm going to say, this is all about if Austin Reeves plays tonight. It has nothing to do with Luka. I could care less about a guy that doesn't play defense. If Jackson Hayes and Austin Reeves don't play this game, then I think the Spurs are a really good play on this one at +2.5. Because who's going to stop Wemby? Yes, Ayton had a really good game, but can we see DeAndre Ayton having back-to-back good games? Yeah. I'm looking for the alien to have a showcase game on NBA. I think it's on NBA TV or ESPN. The last game in LA where all the cool kids hang out in LA. I think Wemby has a big game, especially if Reeves and Hayes are not playing.
Yeah, Wemby only scored, I believe it was 9 points against the Suns. Played 44 minutes, 9 points. So expect him to have a big game here tonight, especially in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna dabble along with some player props. Scott B says the Wizards money line.
Wizards money line.
I mean, they're getting 12.5. Shouldn't I just take the points at some point? I mean, the 12.5, I feel like is a little safer. Any opinion on this Wizards and Celtics game?
Wizards, Celtics, I mean,
no.
No, not at all. That Golden State Warriors, though, and the Sacramento Kings, a more intriguing line. We've seen the Warriors. It was all the way up. They were favored. Now this line is Sacramento Kings here. They're playing back-to-back days, and I would assume there's a couple starters out here. I'm not seeing it on my side, but I would definitely probably lay it with the Sacramento Kings. There's a reason why they're trying to bait you into taking the Warriors here tonight, and just because they're off back-to-back. I mean, they're old. They're getting old. Their players need some rest here, so I like a Sacramento team with a little fresh legs here. I would lay the points against the Warriors.
I like the team total over 114.5. The Kings have hit this on back-to-back games. Okay. The last 7 meetings in between these two games, 6 of them have gone over the total. And Golden State played last night, so we should see some tired legs on that side. I agree. I think it's Kings. Maybe the over, but I would say look at the team total over for Kings besides the game. Scott B also mentioned he had a college game. I think he had Creighton. Is that what I saw?
Creighton over 166.5.
Keep an eye out, Scott B, for that's a possible middle spot. We could see it's already moved to 169, and I think it keeps on climbing up. So if it goes to 170, now you have a 4-point middle shot on the college basketball side. So something. I mean, I wish there was a better card for college basketball today, but it's a horrible. I mean, Creighton is okay, but they're 29-point favorites. I think Eastern Washington, LMU's the only game on the board is not double digits.
Not into College of Biblical Study against UTSA.
No, they just got whooped by Prairie View A&M 2 days ago. So no, I don't want
Ryder and Rutgers. Come on, Bluefield. I saw this game. I opened up college basketball stuff this morning. I'm like, all right, is there any big matchups? Whatever. And I'm like, Bluefield University against Presbyterian, and I'm like, ooh, I got to get on the top 45. So I was on Division I, and it was like, that's all bad. South Dakota Creighton, though.
I watched the LMU game. I have a special heart for LMU since I met Hank Gathers before he died, so I always have a special heart for LMU. Go Lions.
I was watching the Texas Longhorns in that Duke game. They looked really good. The Texas Longhorns in that first half. I actually had them yesterday, plus the 9.5, and then they come out in the second half and they forget how to play basketball.
Yeah.
Boozer was just a monster. Was a beast in the second half. Boozer was. I mean, you could tell he got yelled at halftime. Say, hey, what the heck are you doing? Why don't you play some hoop? And he did hoop out. So Isn't it funny? I'm a twin, and there's always, when you have twins, there's always one better athlete than the other twin. Like, what was God thinking? It's like, hey, why can't you just make them equal? Why do you have to have one twin feel like crap because the other twin is better?
Why can't they both come off the bench? Why does one guy have to get water and one guy got to be the starter? I don't understand it. I'm not a twin. Maybe I was. I probably ate them. That's why I'm fat. The NBA has gotten to be a joke. It's getting to be really hard product to watch. It's been like that for a while. It's really, I don't understand how they're trying to draw any viewers in, to be honest with you, with all the just drama with him. And nobody trusts the NBA medical report, the injury report. Nobody trusts that. Nobody believes that that is actual fact. Nobody believes who's going to play day to day. And it's a hard product to sell, in my opinion.
I think a lot of that's going to change too, with all the gambling and all this going down with the NBA. The injury report, I think it does need a change in the NBA, at least, not 24 hours, but you got to give some time.
It's going to be a universal. I can guarantee you there's going to be a universal. The top 5 sports are going to have some kind of the same kind of regulations on injury reports. And actually, the NBA ratings are up because I do like what NBC and Amazon Prime are doing. I mean, having interviews with guys like actually on the bench and how they're doing the product on there. So I think they're trying to change the viewing of the NBA with their how they're reporting it and stuff like that. So I kind of like what Amazon Prime did. It's kind of a cool segment, a kind of a cool way to present itself. They're just trying to. I think they're trying to get away from load management. And I can tell them, but once Kawhi and LeBron and all these older people who are on load management, once they're gone, we're not going to hear about load management anymore. Because I think we just got sucked into these guys who are still playing, Jimmy Butler, LeBron, all these guys with load management. I think when the younger kids' faces are in the league, we're not going to hear that anymore.
So it's an old guy problem.
Yeah.
Are you telling me? So
I think it's a LeBron problem.
The old guard goes off and the new guard comes in, it won't be a problem anymore until the new guard becomes old again. Yeah. I mean, it's a vicious circle, but I do like what they've done as far as interviewing players. I feel like it's the MLB got a lot of slack for interviewing managers in the World Series in the dugout. And I don't understand. I love it. I love the chess match being played. I mean,
I could see the World Series. I could see not the World Series, but if this is just a summer game in August and you're playing the Marlins and all that, I can see that. But World Series, I was kind of like, hey, you know what? The manager is trying to outduel the other manager.
I agree. Maybe you
got to stay locked in. Maybe it's the World Series. It's the World Series. This is what you coach for.
Well, maybe I agree to that point. Maybe just interview like the pitching coach or the batting coach. Like interview
the third baseman.
Okay, don't interview the skipper.
Like hockey does. Hockey does the assistant coaches all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. Live while going on, and and I love that. I feel like, just so you know, I feel like the MLB took that from the NHL. And the NFL, because the NFL can't do that during the game, but they can catch them in between, like running off the field halftime, kind of, so they do that. But everything.
I think boxing was the first one to do that because I remember watching like ESPN boxing back in the 80s and 90s, and they're interviewing the manager, and he's trying to do an interview, and he's screaming at the fighter, "Hey, your jab!"
Yeah, jab. Yeah, get out of the corner. That's all you hear. I mean, everybody saw Rocky. I mean, we all know how to train for boxing matches. What else we got going on Dick? What do you guys got going on for the weekend? You got anything big planned for this weekend before we bounce on out of here? There's not too much to talk about today, to be honest.
No, nothing big plans. Maybe I'll go see my Chicago Bulls here. They're off to a hot start. So, yeah, Raphael, he's supporting over there in Louisiana. I got to get down to the city, go see the Bulls play. So that's nothing for the weekend. Just a lot of games. Bouncing back after my last week's performance, man, I had the Houston Texans. I got to talk about it. Got to air it out. Had it for the game of the year.
Bring it on. Come on. We'll bring it in.
Let it out. Safe space.
I got to air it out. I haven't been on a show yet this week, and it's been haunting me. Yes, I dropped my game of the year. But it was unfortunate. The Texans were the right call. The defense showed up, and C.J. Stroud goes down with a concussion. And we relied on Mills to try to take it home in the second half, and Bo Nix did what he's been doing all year. Came right down the field, kicked a field goal. It's all right. It was the right read, and 10 times out of 10 times, I'm taking the Houston Texans again. So just a bad game, but we'll bounce back this weekend with a massive card. I think I'll have 5 to 6 NFL plays. So we're amping up the volume, lowering the unit size.
Okay.
Monday night I had the Cowboys game over as my 7-unit play. Their games have been flying over every game, and then I decided to see it. I decided to watch a defensive game that starts with the word Cowboys in it. So give me a break.
Yeah, those two things aren't said in the same sentence. How about those Bears though? 5-3.
Come on.
I mean, oof.
Look out, Detroit.
I was on Marquee Sports yesterday, and we were talking about how that not only was it a good Bears win, that's their third road win. You know, when can you say that? And it's only week 10 that they already have 3 road wins. But that opens up the division because the Lions lose at home, the Packers lose at home again as a double-digit favorite. That's not once but twice this year as the Packers lose it. So, and the Vikings won, and maybe they're going to be about that. So I think that NFC North. I hate to say this because there's someone in here that's going to probably want to punch me after the show. I think it's wide open now.
Our schedule's looking good too, and I will say that we got to deal with the Lions.
Not.
We got to deal with the Lions once and Green Bay twice. We'll split with Green Bay. We'll see what we do with the Lions.
Let me tell you right now.
I agree with Nick. I'm not a Bears fan either, but I think this division where at once, a couple of weeks ago, the Lions are the best team in football, Lions best team in football, and this week it's wide open for the division.
We're definitely not the best team in football, not even close. But our defense is too inconsistent. I'll say that. I put that loss last week on Dan Campbell, and I don't think I've ever said that, where I put that loss wholeheartedly on him. He let those boys go to Vegas in the off week for Amon-Ra St. Brown's birthday. And, bro, if I'd have known that prior to Saturday, that wasn't information. So that was just dumb. So chalk it up, move on. But Can I jump on Jack's question really quick?
Yeah. He mentioned it's not your fault, Nick. You can't predict that. Now and I think me and you discussed this on betting outside the box. Now, if you have a game of the year and stuff like that, and something bad happens, now you have so much opportunity to get off on that game live betting. I was watching that Houston game, and you were able to get plus 6.5 points taking the other side after CJ Stroud got hurt. So even if you play the Texans and say, hey, you know what? Bought Nick's play. Nick's been awesome. He's been cashing me some tickets. Oh, shit. Your quarterback just went down. Now you were still able to, you know what? Let me take the plus 6.5 and get off because of the injury. There's so many different ways to, if you buy someone's play or make a big play yourself and something bad happens and as an injury or your team just doesn't show up. There's so many different ways now of live betting to get some of that money back that you originally put on the game.
Yeah, that's a great point. For real. I mean, you gotta play the game. You gotta look for opportunities, especially in a big play situation like that.
Yeah.
To get off and
especially with a quarterback injury. A quarterback injury, because that's what I do in my plays. Like if I make a big bet and not even release a game, but if I just made a big bet and I see an injury or someone's in foul trouble or the weather turned and stuff like that. Now I'm looking, okay, how do I get off this game that I just played? How do I get some of my money back? To get just because right now I'm on the wrong side of my original bet. Now I'm trying to get some of my money back.
Right. Limit your losses. That's the best I can tell you. That tie for Green Bay and Dallas, for their record, that's
gonna haunt them.
That's gonna haunt us. That's gonna haunt your Bears. That's gonna haunt us Lions, the Vikings, everybody. I don't think I know that the Vikings just beat up on the line and they whooped our ass from the kickoff from start to finish. I'm not denying that, but the Vikings are still not good. I'm sorry. I know that just sounds bitter, but the Vikings are still bad. I'm telling you right now, JJ McCarthy, I don't think he'll even be in the league.
He looked solid. You're right, Nick. He looked solid. I beg to differ.
He did not look solid. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
The game where you watch and you're just salty the Lions got
No way.
I was salty too when the Bears lost that first week. I get it. I get your pain, Lenny.
No,
I'm shocked that the division didn't try to make any moves. How come the whole division didn't try to make moves yesterday during the trade deadline?
Nobody
I'm
cares.
actually shocked that the whole division. I mean, the Eagles' defense is really good. They stepped up on their defense. The Colts won one. Who wants to play the Seattle Seahawks now? You have a great defense now. You have a speedster on the wide receiver getting Rashid from the Saints. I'm blown away that the whole division, Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings, did not do anything to improve their team.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner going to Indy, right?
Yeah. That's a great pickup for Indy.
Oh, God.
They gave up a lot, but that's a great
That's what I
pickup.
mean, that I feel like they know that they have hit something, caught lightning in a bottle this year right now. So we're going to make our move this year right now. The Lions had that opportunity, I feel like, 2 years ago, and they're still holding on to that. And that we're on the ass end of that window being open. I'll say that. JJ McCarthy's stats last week: 14 for 25, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. When is that solid? If that is solid, that is not solid. 143 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick, sacked 5 times for 27-yard loss. That's not solid from a quarterback. That's
you got a W.
Got a W. See it. The guy in 3 years will be playing in the Arena Football League. Bum.
Wow, salty over here.
Not salty. Now I'm mad. All right, go Pistons. Good luck on all your bets out there. Unless you're against this, you know how that rolls. Parting words, Raphael, before we leave.
It'll be an interesting day. We got 2 MAC action games, a full slate of NBA, some great NHL games. Blackhawks probably lose tonight against Vancouver because Vancouver owned the Blackhawks. So should be an interesting Wednesday night.
There you go. Nick Menken, what do you got?
I'll go against Raphael. Blackhawks all the way. They just lost in Seattle, so we'll go against you, Ralph. Vancouver hasn't been that solid at home, so they just got to win at Nashville. So that's my final take. Take the Blackhawks money line, baby.
Boom. There you go. We'll see you guys tomorrow again, 1 o'clock Eastern. Doc's Daily. See you guys tomorrow.